So it's gonna be the second one. Okay, I'm gonna start the show right now. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? And welcome back to Ricky 365. My name is Rick, and this is your channel, guys. So today we got here on the chat on the video. We have co-hosts Lisa Escobedo and Mark Letren. What's going on, guys?
Jazzy hands, jazzy hands. Hello, Lisa.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Awesome, guys. So I want to tell you guys, if you're watching the video, there's a couple things you got to do. Please subscribe and share the video. Don't forget to give me a like on the video. And then if you have any questions, go to the comment section below and let us know, guys. The phone number is on the top of the screen, 520-261-7246, 520-261-7246. So I heard some questions, people got questions today. People want to know what's going on in people's life. So let's get this over. Let's get it started.
Lisa, how was your date?
My date was swell. We had a good time. We did our normal walk, but we ended up talking so much, like we even forgot to eat dinner, and I had to rush home for the show because I try to show up for the show.
Oh,
your date was tonight? It was today?
It was last night.
Oh,
it was last night. Yes. Well, I don't know. Most people call it. When they go to the gym, they call it workout partners. She calls it a date. So so it was good for her.
First of all, we didn't go to the gym. He lives on a lake, and we walked around the lake.
Yeah.
And secondly, Diesel, you should have showed up last night because he was in the chat last night.
I was.
Yes, he was.
Okay, so did he show his face?
No.
Okay, so he was talking in the chat.
Yeah.
And why would I want to talk to your personal trainer?
He's not my personal trainer. First of all, he's not training anything yet.
Hold up. First and foremost, what was your attire for this date?
Well, I went right after work, so I had on some cute pants and
what's cute pants? What is that?
Well, so I don't wear anything baggy, so they're form-fitting pants, but business casual, not club clothes. And then I had on black, so I wear black every single day. I wear black every day. So I had on a black shirt and I always reveal some cleavage of some sort. So a black shirt that like tied up, so it showed like a little bit of cleavage anyway.
Okay, all right, we're done.
And then that's how I showed up at his house, and then I changed into like
to your Kanye West yoga pants. That's what you changed into.
I don't own anything. Do they sell Kanye West at Hot Topic?
You never heard Kanye West's workout plan? You never heard that song?
No.
Thanks to Kanye's workout plan, I'm all my friends. And
No.
I
know who Kanye.
Are you black?
So the only hip hop that I listen to is in Korean and Japanese.
You listening? I wonder if you know.
That is crazy.
In Tokyo.
No, like for like the best Japanese hip hop artist would be Ko. He's like the Japanese trap king.
He's the coolest Japanese man. I got you.
His name is just Ko.
Okay.
And just Ko. And then in Korea, I love me some J Park. Love me some J Park.
Oh, I got him right here. I got on my playlist. You wanna listen a little bit of it?
Oh my gosh.
I love me some J Park.
What do you think about that, Lisa? What do you think about that? That's
You know what that is?
that's your Korean pop that you listen to.
Not no, that is not J Part. That is not my homeboy Occasion. He spells it okay Asian.
Okay, Asian. Yeah, that's probably what.
Sorry.
Yeah, you just went to something. So anyway, guys, now what about you, Diesel? You talk about that, I don't wanna, take that lightly. You mentioned that you have an episode today. What that kind of thing entails, for the people that don't know about PTSD. Maybe some people watching or listening to the podcast, they do understand about PTSD. So can you tell us, do you feel comfortable about telling us about your experience today?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I took my medication. Everything ran well today. I just had a conversation with a friend, and he said that his son had pictures of like body parts back in OIF, whatever. So he told his son to get rid of the pictures because you're not supposed to keep trophies and none of that. So just that little conversation of him saying the body parts kind of when you start thinking about when I started seeing body parts,
Yeah, triggers you.
the smell, but at the time I didn't realize that it triggered me. I drove for about, I was driving because I had things to do today. So I did my things, and then I looked at my CRSC paper because I had to submit it today. So I went into my files to look at all my therapy, and they have certain verbiage inside there that was describing me when pre therapy.
That's correct. Yes.
And pretty much it was, you're an aggressive person, you're you don't trust people, hyper vigilant. So I started to read these things and remember how it felt to be this way,
Okay.
and that pissed me off even more. And now I'm smelling the blood and pulling up at the dang on post office, and I can't get out the car.
Okay.
And I start to cry. I start to literally break down in the parking lot, and I start to cry. And
Okay.
the first thing I wanted to do is to punch somebody in the face. I call behavioral health, or I get a phone call because today I was supposed to have from the VA to schedule an appointment, and I told them, look, I'm trying to be rude, but I'm actively going through an episode right now.
Okay.
I'm either going to cuss you out or I'm going to hang up the phone. What do you want? So she talked me down, and I went in, did my business, came back out, tried to drive out the parking lot, couldn't drive out the parking lot again. And then I called behavioral health again, and I spoke to another lovely lady that helped me out through the process.
Okay.
And she gave me a lot of tips, stay away from crowded areas, and, document it, write down, don't try to consume alcohol as a form of escape right now.
Yeah.
So I went to the pool. And I got wet because that's what you do at the pool. And I sat down on the the pool chair, the lawn chair.
Yeah.
I just played some music and just zoned out and fell asleep and burnt my skin. Look, I'm burnt. I got burnt, Slim.
Yeah, for those out there that don't know, Diesel is actually he's Caucasian. So this just happened in one day. So
Hey now.
hey now.
I am, bro. Hello.
Yes.
I go get spray tan, so black people need to worry about UV rays too.
Speak about your own race. You're not black, okay? You're Asian.
You know what's funny is Facebook thinks I'm Asian. They think
I think the world thinks you're Asian.
No, there's like a thing that Facebook had out where it's like they take your picture and they determine like your ancestry.
Okay.
They said I was Chinese.
They stereotyped you, and you came out to be They say, yeah, you look like a Chinese person. Konnichiwa.
That's Japanese.
Same difference. Same difference.
It is not the same difference.
Arigato, Mr. Robato. Right? Ni hao.
Not,
Oh, I know. Oh, Chinese. Ni hao ma.
yes,
Ni hao.
yes, that's Chinese.
I know a little something. I watched little cartoons in my day.
I love kung fu movies. So I like Japanese anime, Korean rom-coms, and kung fu, which is Chinese. I love it. That's my jam.
But yeah, that was my day, man. And I'm still unwinding from my episode right now. But it's good to be on the chat and talk to you guys. That's why I'm early, because I literally I'm early because I literally I prepared myself to come here to talk.
You find yourself, that's good, so the coping technique that you used was what, talking to your counselor.
It was talking. No, I think the biggest coping that I used was to by the pool, man. By the pool.
So
the biggest thing.
Meditation, maybe relaxation.
Meditation. Yeah, meditation.
You get that vitamin D from the sun.
That is correct. That is correct. Vitamin D helps. It helps individuals, calm themselves.
Yeah, that it helps you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I got pause. First of all, you ain't gonna tell another man he's getting some vitamin D. Okay, I got sun rays. Okay, that's what I got.
Oh shit.
Nah, dude, you got vitamin D.
Nah. I got the sun rays.
And you got it till your body hurt.
You know what I'm talking about, man. Can we get on with the podcast?
Yeah, let's start with the podcast. So the one thing I want to bring to you guys today, and then the title of this video today, it's is the left continues to lie. Okay, that's how I label it, because I mean the more things I see on social media, the more things I see through my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mean, it's about the left trying to confuse individuals into believing that there's a war in America. So right now, what we have here on the screen, this was shared to me by one of my friends, and then he put it this chart right here. According to CNN, the man accused of shooting another in Seattle was a white supremacist. Judge for yourself and see how you manipulate the sheep. Okay, if you look on the picture on the right, okay, let me I'm gonna move you for a second, Diesel. Okay, so you can be there. Perfect. If you can see on the picture that right here, right next to me, you can see how the individual on the right or left of the screen, the very white picture, is manipulated. This picture is being added to show that the individual is, it looks super white. But if you actually look at the real picture without the filter, he looks a little bit tan. People might call it maybe Hispanic, maybe Native American, who knows. And I have the video for you guys. I have the video right here. Check it out. Oh, he's shooting through the window. But I mean, look at what's happening right here. He's gonna just look at it. There's a guy with a gun shooting. He's fearing for his life, and these dumbass protesters are here, saying, "Hold the line." Like, that's ridiculous. Let's do it again.
My thing is, like, how does the news just look at somebody and say, "Oh, that's a white supremacist"?
Yeah, white supremacist. That's what CNN put.
Yeah, but what about that makes them just know that that's a white supremacist? Like, he's not wearing something that says, "Hey, I'm a white supremacist." You know what I'm saying? Like, is it that, what is that, a Nike hat? Is it the Nike hat that makes him a white supremacist? Like, what, how do they know? Like, how can they be so confident that it's a white supremacist? It's not just this guy. I'm just saying, whenever they label people that.
I really don't know what to tell you, Lisa. This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. But this is what happened today. So I got a couple ideas. On why maybe the individual fear for his life and he starts shooting. But I mean, he was able to escape very easily. So I don't know why shots were fired. So the second video I'm gonna show to you guys, it's from let's see if I can do it. There we go. So
Move me.
this guy is oh yeah, well, let me move you.
You want me to take my background on you? I can take my background.
Yeah, take your background. Just put it green.
Hey guys, I'm getting out the tropics. Back green. Yeah.
Perfect. So this is the interaction, guys. Okay. This is just, I don't know. Americans don't learn.
Just reliving this all over again. It's like reliving this all over again. And then watching George Floyd. There's a lot of George Floyds, and my son was one of them.
That's the beginning. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him.
Back in May of 2019, Oklahoma City officers trying to detain Derek Ali Scott after receiving this call to 911.
He's pulling out a gun on a guy parked on the parking lot.
Oh shit.
Police respond.
I don't care. Okay, look. Just spam bro. Get your hand out of your pocket.
Give me. No.
Okay.
Let's tase you.
Got the ball. Oh. Hey, where's your gun?
Matches the description of our robbery suspect yesterday. Exactly like he's on phone.
You then see officers confiscate a gun.
Oh,
Releasing the video Monday.
okay. Now, let's talk about that, guys. Let's talk about that. What are we thinking?
That is not like George Floyd. The dude actually has a gun on him.
Matches the description from somebody who was in a robbery incident the day before, and then there's another witness calling the police saying, "Hey, this dude pulled a gun." I'm sorry, this individual pulled a gun in another person. So, and then two officers show up, a male and a female, both white Americans looks like, and now how this ends. So he's dead.
Not the same situation. Like, the dude was running away. He also had a weapon. I don't think it's the same situation. I think things are a little different and a little bit more trickier when the opposition has a weapon.
Let me play something else a little bit. 1 second.
Relax while they maintain control of the suspect.
Derek, later dying at the hospital. The medical examiner's report notes the probable cause of death, a collapsed lung, and asthma, and recent use of meth, contributing factors. DA David Prater writing this letter. Okay,
so now we have some facts about the cause of death. Meth, a collapsed lung, it could happen from the intervention with the police, and meth. I think that that's big. How can we measure the amount of force that the police is going to use in an incident like this? Because you're not dealing with somebody who is coherent. You're not dealing with somebody who is 100% in the full state of mind. you're dealing with somebody who, based on the results, medical results, he was on some type of drugs. They call it meth, uh, and he's resistant arrest.
The weapon.
And of course, as a weapon, he wasn't. I mean, now the thing that I see here, Lisa, is that the officer is telling him where's the weapon. I don't think that the individual, based on the fact that he is under the influence of meth, is coherent enough to say, "Oh, it's in my pocket," you know. So that's the danger of being a police officer.
Right. I don't think police officers can know everybody's medical history. So they don't know that the dude has asthma. They don't know off the bat. They may suspect, but they don't know off the bat that the dude's on meth. I think in this particular situation, the main issue is that he had a weapon on him. And so I cannot equate this to the George Floyd situation in any form or fashion.
That's very scary. Diesel, you have any comments on it?
Yeah, you're quiet, Diesel.
I mean, I'm observing what it is, and I don't think they're wrong. I really don't. I think this was, nowhere in hell they would have known everything you guys are saying. Nowhere in hell they would have known he had a condition. He met the description. I mean, I would like to know, although he met the description, I would like to know if he was actually the perp that actually did it. It doesn't matter at this point in time because, he had a weapon on him. But what if the weapon was registered to his name? If he's allowed to have the weapon on him? I need a little bit more detail so I can get a final decision on about this. But if he died on the way to the hospital, not while the police officer was arresting him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't correlate this to the George Floyd thing at all. Although he said he couldn't breathe, they were like, I can't breathe. And he said, I don't care. A lot of perps are gonna say something, so you can give them that little bit of leeway so they can either do harm to you or they can do harm to themselves or try to get away. And
That is correct.
I'm actually curious as to the collapsed lung. Was it due to the incident? Because they didn't mention anything about any fractured ribs, but he has a collapsed lung. So the rib cage is there to protect your lung.
right.
So I'm actually really curious as is that even related to this incident? Like, is it just a result of maybe that asthma or something else? Because I don't know how his lung collapsed and he doesn't have any fractured ribs.
So as I'm reading the news article, and this is from CBS News, it's talking about how after the police tackle and restrain him, one of the officers can be seen removing a handgun from Scott's pockets. Later, an officer tries to administer CPR before paramedics arrive. The autopsy say the police response did not result in fatal trauma and listed several other significant factors that contributed to his death, including physical resistance, recent methamphetamine use, asthma, emphysema, and heart disease. So
he has two lung issues. He has emphysema and he has asthma. So I'm assuming with the absence of fractured ribs, that collapsed lung is not directly related to the assault.
that is but this is what they're trying to show you. Now you go to social media and then well, you don't go to social media, you go to NBC News, and then what they show you is a grieving mother, the grieving mother once again crying for this situation, which I think is unacceptable.
I'm never gonna take away or talk bad about a grieving mom who places blame on police or somebody else, even though the blame is in the wrong direction. It's because they're coming from a place of grief, and I understand that. I would expect our news outlets to not exploit a grieving mother who may feel differently in a month or two when her emotions have calmed down.
This guy is obviously, since nobody wants to say it, He's a damn drug head. Okay, he's a dang on drug head. So I got you. He died, but he was probably, I don't want to say destined, but he was literally going down the path of wherever he was headed to. And it wasn't, I want to tell you, it wasn't headed to the path of life. So she can grieve all whatever she wants. She probably kicked him out the damn house and had enough of him, because he looks like, and I'm saying he looks like it based off of, but if you're telling me you're doing meth, you have certain patterns that show that you're not an outstanding individual. Let's just say that.
Plus, did you see his head shape? You know, when you're a baby, you're supposed to shape that head.
Right.
The mom didn't even do that.
Yeah, the head shape looked just like yours. It looked like the back of your head.
Okay, whatever.
It does.
Breaking news, right?
All right, let's go to the next article. Because I'm tired of looking in Lisa's back of Lisa's dome.
So the next thing that we're gonna be talking about today, guys,
Look at this live pictures.
it's hundreds of people, and this is,
tall.
I got this from Lisa, how they took over Seattle City Hall, guys. Okay, so
Hundreds, looks like. We got word that Seattle City Council member Shama Sawant had a key and opened the door to let them in as they chanted for the mayor's removal. That Seattle.
Wait a second, what she said? Somebody from the administration let him in?
With the key, yeah.
It gets worse. They've actually taken over about 7 city blocks, including the police station. The police have to evacuate.
That is so crazy.
They called it. They're saying that they're now autonomous, and the name of their town or area is called Free Capitol Hill.
Let's watch this.
And you can see hundreds, looks like. We got word that Seattle City Council member Shama Sawant had a key and opened the door to let them in as they chanted for the mayor's removal. Sawant has been calling on the mayor to resign following protests that turned violent in parts of Seattle. We have a crew headed to the scene here. We'll bring you a live update just as soon as we can, but you can see lives matter. We're trying to get more confirmation as well, as to whether Shama Sawant indeed had a key and let them in. As we get more information, again, we'll pass it on.
Man, don't got no shirt on.
Of thousands of poor.
Charged today with misdemeanor assault, harassment, and menacing. A rare step, but likely not the last officer to face charges for abusing their power.
One incident in one area results in every cop in this nation being tarnished.
With cities like Los Angeles imposing a moratorium on some arresting techniques, other departments are simply dropping charges against protesters.
So that's the other thing. You know, we have law enforcement established in every city, state, you know, you call it. And then now, due to the fact that they're protesters or they're protesting, now if you commit a crime, you're gonna be booked into the system, but then you're gonna be released. I don't get that part.
Wait a minute. So if you're a protester, you get booked and then released? Is that what you're saying?
That's what is actually happening. The protesters that are being caught committing crimes, they're being arrested. You know, so they're taken to the prison, they're taken to whatever, and then due to once again.
With cities like Los Angeles imposing a moratorium on some arresting techniques, other departments are simply dropping charges against protesters.
Tell me.
So now is the time to commit crimes? Is that what you're telling me?
This is the time to go. I mean, no, we're not saying that. We're not saying that. We're saying that this is what's happening.
This is exactly what it's saying.
That's what I told you guys. Like, I wish you would just believe and trust me when I say what I say. It may sound off the wall, but look at where we at.
Are we talking about the whole circle thing again? How history repeats itself?
Yes. Well, this is the end of your societal life cycle.
I think we're gonna pull out of here, you know, and I'm gonna tell you why. There's over 150 million voters in America, and I'm telling you, conservatives are being quiet. Okay, and I know when it comes to November, conservative individuals are gonna go exercise their right to vote. That's what I'm saying, you know. And I think I think it's gonna be different than when people think that it's gonna be all Democrats, you know, for the next 4 years. I don't think so. I think that the Republican Party is gonna get a big win because of what we're seeing.
Difference does that make? In the immortal words of Hillary Clinton, what difference does that make?
Well, I think with the president did something pretty good in his first 3 years, and it was getting more Hispanics, Asians, blacks, minorities with couple essential things, you know, a secure job. Okay, so having job security means a lot to a lot of people. He helps a lot of inmates or ex convicts who have the second act or the second chance, who give them the opportunity to now get jobs that they will not get on their other presidents. Or I mean, I think he got us to the best economy in history. You know, America was doing good. Everybody's 401k was doing good.
Do you ever say anything wrong about Trump?
I do. I do say a couple things wrong about Trump. I think that he should the one thing that is killing Trump is social media. I think that he should stop doing any personal. He should not be posting from his own fingers into social media. I think that as a president, he should have a team, you know, a PR team who tweets everything for him, and he gets checked by everybody and their mother before they're tweeted, because we need him. We need somebody like him at the White House, thinking and putting America first always.
Okay, but none of that matters considering that we actually already have him, and look what's happening. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can vote 1,000 Republicans into office, but that doesn't matter because look what's happening already.
So
Seattle,
yeah.
In any Republicans. Washington, the whole state of Washington is not going to vote on any Republicans. Okay? So it doesn't matter who's president, who's in federal government. It's not going to matter. We already have a Republican president, and look what's happening.
But you see it from the individual point of view, you know, as an individual, as a country, we're doing pretty good when after this coronavirus last update that we got from the White House, we added 2.5 million jobs into the existing jobs. So we continue doing good, even through the pandemic.
They don't care about that. The people do not care about that.
But voters do.
The people who have lost their mind and they're taking over city blocks and calling them an autonomous country don't care about that. They don't care about that.
And that's what we have. That's why we have the how you call it? Not precincts. What helps to select the president is the electoral. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to tell you is we already have Donald Trump as president. The people don't care. So you can vote him back in and he can keep doing well, but the people don't care about it. Who you vote in is not going to change what's happening in Seattle or what's happening in Minneapolis.
So you make my point. You know, we keep President Trump. We keep President Trump in office for 4 more years, okay? And then, you know, even if Biden gets elected, you know, nothing is going to change, yeah? So I prefer to have a president who's going to add numbers to the job census in America, when the other guy is just going to, you know, go out and pander to these looters and criminals.
Okay, but it's not going to solve anything. So like I said, we're at the end of our societal life cycle because this is happening. And this is only going to happen more and more and more.
So
this is not going away.
How do we know Biden is not going to do anything?
That's just his track record, you know.
And the fact that he's a racist.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Whoever Biden picks as his VP, I bet you they will secretly take him out so they can be president.
Why the hell you keep saying that? That's the second time. Was that the second time that they were like, yeah, we're gonna pick? It was you, Rick, saying Obama's gonna be the VP, and then
I
take out Biden.
I gotta tell you, either it's gonna be
Somebody is gonna snuff him out.
yeah, it's gonna be African American. It's gonna be the Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, or it's gonna be the how you call it, that girl that went to the Breakfast Club and she was talking about how she likes to smoke weed when Kamala Harris.
Will definitely snuff out.
Oh yeah, she's on fire.
She will. I mean, I can totally see her taking out anybody she damn well pleases.
I will not have it. I'm talking like Black Panther out here. I will not have it.
Oh Jesus, go ahead.
You mean like Nancy Pelosi?
No, I'm talking about Black Panther. I'm talking because you guys are talking just complete asinine rhetoric. I will not have it. Okay. No one's snuffing out no one, because I remember there were death threats on Barack Obama's life. Oh, they were snuffing. He does Black American. Blah, 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 blah.
No, this is like a mercy kill. Joe Biden's like 1,000 years old. Okay, he's 1,000 years old. He's been running for president longer than I've been alive. He finally makes. That's all he needs is to check that box. Okay, boom, I made it, and then somebody's gonna do him a favor and snuff him out.
If we didn't get censored, now we're getting censored right now.
Well, let me we're done with Washington.
And whoever his VP is.
I will not have it. Be quiet. I will not have that.
So yesterday,
It's his VP.
Then America's gonna be great again.
I don't think he's gonna select Hillary. I don't think so. I mean, not even the own Democrats wants Hillary Clinton.
Brothers, look at them. Look.
This is the white Wakanda right here.
Let's go.
Okay, so I wanna correct myself. Yesterday, I called what I know now is a Kente. Yeah, Kente. Kente. I call it Hakuna Matata. So it's not an Hakuna Matata. It's a Kente. Out of ignorance, I call it Hakuna Matata. And then I realized that comes to me from one of the movies from my kids or something. So
yes.
So 100%. I mean, no. And then I also call it Kunta Kinte. That was the other thing I call it. So I apologize for that.
Man.
I know. It's not that I was trying to be funny. It was
to regulate y'all. Y'all just going off a whim over here.
Yeah, you went here yesterday, man.
Hakuna Matata?
No, I knew what it was. I corrected him.
She corrected me. Yeah, Kente.
What? You laugh.
No, you.
Let's see this, man. Let's see this.
Come on, look how they Nancy Pelosi.
Hey, before we continue, I put a pause to the video. Lisa, what's so wrong about this right here?
Because their parents are they're
No. She
the black people
on the ladies. What the ladies are doing wrong?
Okay, so
they're supposed to tie their head up.
The ladies are, if they're bowing or kneeling,
with all the Africans.
The one knee is for men.
That's right. That is correct, guys.
Skirts on and they bowing and stuff. What the hell they doing?
But that's not even the problem. The problem is, like I said yesterday, clearly Nancy Pelosi don't have no black friends. She don't know no black people, because why didn't none of her black friends tell her, girl, you cannot do this? So no, Nancy don't know any black people, and she don't got no black friends.
I mean, they're obviously once again playing to our emotions. We see a whole bunch of white people kneeling down. They think they snakes in the grass. They're not for our cause. They don't know nothing.
Well, I'm not African, so who are you relating this to?
They trying to relate.
Nothing to do with the Kente Park. I'm from North Carolina.
Wow.
They're
Savage in their hand.
Oh my God. Let's listen. Hey, let's listen to the rest of the video, okay? This is from Conservative Trends, by the way. Lisa has mentioned a couple of times how something about, I don't know, these guys. So it's going to be briefly.
What's up with all the African stuff? Hey, look like somebody been shopping in Party City. What you call that, man? Kente clothes? As far as I know, let's get serious on this. Let's get serious on this, man. This is a serious topic. Yeah. As far as I know, George Floyd was not African. He was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I ain't never heard of Fayetteville, Africa.
Oh my God.
Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's in the United States of America.
Okay, so what we're thinking about this right here, you know, these guys are like clearly pandering to gain the black vote. I mean, can we be that naive? I mean, as
Scarf has nothing to do with me.
well, as Puerto Rican myself, I got to tell you that when I see this, it just makes me mad, you know, because not 100% mad. You know, I was thinking when I first saw it, it is you know, Black History Month. You know, I was thinking for a second, maybe, I don't know, and then but then I saw the whole reasoning why they're doing it, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, they're just pandering to the African American vote, which we do have. Plenty of people from Africa in the United States that are citizens. So I was like,
people, they're not pandering to me.
yeah. And then when I mention African Americans, I mean people from Africa. You know, it doesn't mean that you're only black. You know, because there's all kind of people in Africa. White, blacks, Chinese.
Of the Dave Matthews Band is an African American.
That is correct.
From South Africa,
That is
but he's white. So Dave Matthews of Dave Matthews Band is African American. So they're pandering to him.
It's just they're literally trying to get the vote from those people. They're trying to get this thing on visceral reaction.
Okay.
To say, you know what, they're with our cause.
You know what,
they should have walked around with dang on. If they really wanted to do something, they should have walked around how they got the black people out of those boats. But you put some chains on those white people, and you have them try to fit themselves into a boat where there was nobody was able to live. You know, do that. Put yourself in that situation, Nancy Pelosi and whomever.
Be offended by that.
Yeah, people will be offended. Yeah.
Who was going to be offended?
I would.
Yeah, I will be offended. Yeah.
Why?
Because your simulation is not the same. Your simulation is not the same.
So you're gonna go ahead.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
So you're gonna go ahead and just pander to us and put cloth on, and you gonna think that?
No, I don't think she had. That was wasted the whole world's time. She didn't have to do any of that.
All right, then.
She didn't have to do anything. She actually did not have to do anything.
What I'm saying is, if they want to do something, then y'all might as well go all the way. Yeah, don't do no half step and just put on the damn scarf, but don't help no black people. Don't help people of color. Don't help Mexicans. Don't help minorities. No nothing. You just put on a scarf. What the heck is that supposed to say? That's not doing nothing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. If you want to do something, you want to make a stand, don't show me with no scarf put around your neck. Don't do that.
So we talk about something. Lisa, I want to bring something to you that I know it's probably another topic, but we talk about how the Democrats did not pass very important piece of legislatively bill. And it was Lisa. Can you give us a rundown about that?
Yeah. So just a slight correction. Diesel, I forgot about the Emmett Till bill that was in the Senate. So that's in addition to the reparations that I mentioned before. But the Senate passed the Emmett Till bill, to make lynching a federal crime.
Yep.
So the Republican majority Senate passed it, and it's delayed in the House. The Democrats who run the House have delayed the most simplest no-brainer legislation.
Not to hang black people.
Correct. Well, lynching in general. It doesn't say specifically that black people, but lynching in general is a federal crime. So why would the people who with their kente scarves kneeling, knowing their hip gonna hurt as they trying to get up because they all 1,000 years old, why would they delay voting on that Emmett Till bill? Why can't they run the House? They can't blame it on Republicans.
Man.
They run the House. Why can't they vote on that? It's the most simplest no-brainer.
Correct.
Look, man, I'm already pissed off on that because Emmett Till, he was 14, and he was accused for defending a white woman in
Correct.
a grocery store.
Right.
And that's why he got hung at 14 years old.
That is correct.
At 14 years old. I can't, this is what pisses me off. The fact that what you're saying is so true. And the basic people, like, people are not going to pass bills unless you're paying them to pass it. That's what it seems.
Unless you put money into the bill that will help their second and third other businesses. Yeah,
it's disgusting out here. It's disgusting out here. And I've done research on the Democratic Party, done research on the Republican Party, and no matter what, the center point is greed.
correct.
If you're not lining their pockets, they're not doing nothing for you.
Let me play this little clip. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I was looking for what did happen about the lynchings, and then this video came out to be on top. So let's listen to it.
Don't scroll in. Please share, copy, link this because I'm going to be using the word lynching about 20 times in the next minute because lynching is not officially federally illegal in the United States. If you don't believe me, here's the proof. And before you say lynching is no longer an issue in the United States, the United Nations refers to the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery as lynching. Okay, so it looks like lynching happened in all the United States except for 4 of them. 200 anti-lynching bills have been introduced to Congress, and that the Senate has considered but failed to enact anti-lynching legislation despite repeated requests by civil rights groups, presidents, and the House of Representatives to do so.
This must be
This is saying this, that you can still do something about it. You can call your senator. You can sign one of the petitions that I'm going to be leaving in the description.
Well, she make a good point. Lynching is still not a crime, a federal crime.
Yeah, she has it backwards. The Senate has passed it. The House hasn't even voted on it.
Let's take a look at it real quick. Okay, I'm gonna put something real quick. Okay, so what do you guys think about the whole lynching, overall picture?
I don't look. It's Lisa. Next topic. Lisa, next topic.
I will say this. I'll say this. While Nancy Pelosi and the other Democrats were kneeling with their kente scarves, let's see. Trump gave us the second step, and the Senate gave us their passing of the Emmett Till bill. So how do you like that?
Yeah, it's called the Emmett Till Anti Lynching Act, and it has the backing of 99 senators. It passed the House this year by a vote of 410-4. So what's next to make it up? What's next? How can we get this to become a federal crime? This is crazy. So the next topic I want to bring to you guys, it's I'm gonna show it to you guys in a second. Is this arrest at this Amazon driver? You know, and people are raging about this. It's so crazy. So let's take a look what happened here. We here. Let's go.
To a public Facebook page, viewed more than 5,000 times and going viral on social media. This cell phone video shot by a neighbor shows the aftermath of an altercation between an Amazon delivery driver and police. It's about 2 p.m. when you see a warrant officer has the driver down on the ground in handcuffs. Neighbors say the officer was aggressive, taking him down after the driver temporarily parked the wrong way and didn't show his license when immediately asked.
Kid mouse off to you. So what do? You throw them on the ground, you cuff them, and you arrest them for a traffic violation. And, you know, it's ridiculous.
Jim Michaels and other neighbors here along the 11,300 block of Engelman sharing their disappointment in seeing the white officer appear overly harsh with a young African-American man. As it happened, people also continued to criticize during the Facebook Live.
The kid's on the ground with it splayed out this way, with his wallet in his hand, and the cops hollering at him, "Put your hands behind your back, put your hands behind your back."
Delivering Amazon packages and being thrown down like
Airborne.
that. It's just not tolerated. I don't understand, you know.
Warren police say there were no injuries and the driver arrested has since been released. Internal Affairs is now investigating and the mayor has declined an interview after initially issuing a statement, then retracting it.
Oh, that's gonna play bad for that mayor. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I mean, I think that what is happening in America, you know, what happened to George Floyd, even though it was terrible and a disgrace, I think is waking up Americans to exercise their First Amendment. You know, so and people have told me, you know, if I'm getting pulled over by the police officers, the least thing that I want is somebody to show up with a camera, start recording, because maybe the interaction turns more aggressive, or it can turn, you know, who knows. But I got to tell you, you know, I think it would be more beneficial than not beneficial if somebody's recording, because they're having in their hands, in their possession, a piece of evidence, you know. Because the officers, not everybody has a camera, and as you know, they know how the camera records, so they can easily cover the camera, and it's not a 360 camera, it's just a one direction. So I feel very comfortable with this.
So is this back to Seattle, Washington?
This is the Confederate monument in Virginia, who I think got beheaded. Or thrown to the ground. You know, there's a bunch of chains on the end, you know, they took all the heads of everybody. I mean, we are erasing history. And let me tell you something. These statues right here, I mean, they can break it down. Perfect. That's okay. Break it down if you want to. This is material right here. But America, we will still tell history the way the history was, you know, and as long as people continue going to school and continue educating themselves and continue getting their social studies, you know, majors, X, Y, and Z, people will continue to be educated on where we came from, okay? Because we cannot forget where we came from, so we don't repeat it again.
Whatever. The school doesn't tell you the right thing. I mean, there are, like, majority of Americans walking around thinking Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. And that is so not even true.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened? You never read the Emancipation Proclamation?
What do you do? Tell me what you do.
The Emancipation Proclamation was a threat to the Confederate States. It basically says, you need to come back. If you don't come back, we're going to come get your slaves. That doesn't have anything to do with the slaves in the slave-owning Union states or the various different exemptions that they gave to neutral states. So he didn't free the slaves, because if he was going to free the slaves, then the Union slave owning states and the neutral slave owning states would not have been exempt. Not to mention, during the war, there were two pieces of legislation that passed, and none of them freed the slaves. One was like, well, if we catch a free slave, we ain't gonna give them back. And the other one was like, well, I think it's like they're not property, but they're still slaves. So during the war, there was two separate key legislation that did not free the slaves. If they wanted to free the slaves, they could have just, I don't know, freed the slaves, right? Am I right?
Yeah, right.
The slaves weren't free until the legislation didn't pass until like 2 years after the Civil War ended. So people are walking around here in America thinking Abraham Lincoln and the North were trying to free the slaves. They were not trying to free the slaves. Because if they were trying to free the slaves, well, gosh darn it, they would have just
That is correct.
freed the slaves.
So
I'll be back in a second.
I agree. I mean, of course, I knew that. I just wanted you to explain it because he had slaves himself. He actually impregnated a couple of them.
Now that I didn't hear, because he personally was an abolitionist, but he could not. So that is the one thing I did admire about him. Unlike presidents we know today, is that he was trying to govern a nation and all their differences, and not say, "Well, this is my beliefs, and so we're going to do what I believe." Because that's what we have now, right? We have people who's pro-choice, so I'm gonna be pro-choice, and y'all gonna have to be pro-choice, or I'm pro-life, so that's the legislation we're gonna pass and only pass. But he was actually neutral. He kept.
So he didn't have any slave.
I don't think so. He didn't have
Jefferson. Was it
Jefferson? Yeah, Jefferson had slaves. Abraham Lincoln was an abolitionist.
Okay.
But again, he wasn't governing a country of abolitionists.
Right. He was in his own personal opinion.
Belief. Right. So I actually admired that about him, that he really tried to govern a nation and not dictate how people should be based on his own personal beliefs.
Yes. So, Diesel, you lost something yesterday. I'm sorry. Are you done, Lisa?
Yeah.
First and foremost, just interrupt.
Sean Allen is on.
Who the hell is Sean Allen?
Sean Allen was my date last night.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Hey, Sean, if that's correct, you need to call the chat.
Hold up.
Yeah. Hey, 520-261-7246. You need to call.
Hold up, bro. We need to talk. We need to
talk. Yeah.
He can give you the Native American experience. He is Paiute Indian. He lived.
No.
Wait a second, Lisa. You don't have to talk to tell us about him. He got his own. He's a real man. We're talking about somebody who's taking you on a date.
Well, we didn't. I mean, we just went for a walk and we talked a
little. Oh, wait a second. So things are changing now.
So now it wasn't a date now.
So you said take me out on a date, and that implies like we went somewhere.
Yeah, you went walking. That's your date. That's what you say you love to do on a date.
Oh, Jesus.
Since we've known each other since November 1999.
Okay. All right.
So this is what this. Yeah, you got it. So this is what I'm seeing. As soon as if he calls, we're gonna be like, "Hey, you guys went on a date?"
Anyways, he can give you the Native American experience.
Crickets.
Oh, Lisa, I'm good. I don't need to hear what he can give me until he calls.
Yeah.
Just tell you that he's not a what's that chick who said that she was Indian? What's her name?
Pocahontas? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. What's her? She's Warren. What's her name? Elizabeth Warren.
Sean is not Elizabeth Warren. Like, he's legit Indian. Like, he's registered with the tribe. He's got an Indian card. He gets checked from the government. Like, he's legit Indian.
Look, man, Lisa, you're good. I just want to make sure he's a real person.
Real person.
How do we know? Because someone accessed another account and said I'm on. Like, we don't know if he's real.
Him up, Sean Allen. If you don't call
up, bro. If you don't call up, dog.
I don't know. You know, this. We were supposed to talk about politics today, but
obviously this is politics right here, because apparently she's lying.
I am not lying.
She's the Democratic Party right now. Anyway.
I'm lying.
Anyways.
So 1 second. I think I have. Well, I'm not sure yet, but you know, when he comes onto the phone call, maybe we can play him something like that. That would be like a good introduction for him. We're talking about like.
He would actually like that.
Yeah, circle dance. Yeah, 100%. So, hey, Sean, we're still waiting for your calls. Okay, 520-261-7246. If you're trying to call, but you're calling with the block number, due to the fact that we have so many people calling the show before, we have made that restricted. So you have to call with your own number. Okay. And we don't use the number to call you back or nothing like that. So you'll be fine. But anyway, while he does that, maybe he's still finishing his second workout. You know, maybe he got more than one workout today.
Oh my gosh.
So let's you missed Diesel yesterday.
Good patriot, and I'm a racist piece of trash. Well, not a regular racist. I'm actually a subconscious racist. I'm so racist that I don't even know how racist I am. Or at least that's what I've been told. So to destroy racism, which apparently only exists against Black people, I'm going to have to do a few things. Number 1, put a black box on my social media pages. This will ensure that I start working off my penance for being born white. And it will also make sure that my friends that aren't racist know that even though I've never done anything racist, that they know that I'm not racist either, and then somehow that's going to help the Black people. And number 2, as a white person, I need to validate the existence of Black people by saying the magic words, Black Lives Matter. Saying that actually shows that I think that my white opinion is superior and is needed to validate a Black person's existence and worth. And Black people acknowledging that they need to hear it from me is actually saying that they find their worth in my white opinion. But let's just ignore all the mental gymnastics of that. And
so that's how she started the video. What do we think about this? You know, I want to hear about you, Diesel, because you know, me, Diesel, we talked about this yesterday.
So my knee-jerk reaction is let's throw this woman in the lake.
Okay.
What she's saying is true. That's the bad part about it.
Yeah.
Everything she's saying, put up a Black thing and it's pandering to Black people, and it's so true, but I don't want to admit it.
So let me go ahead.
The same reaction yesterday.
I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit it because my inner teachings is looking at her and saying she's just privileged. She needs to shut her mouth, and then the flag in the back, and I'm like, I want to hate this woman, but she is saying the truth. Like, how can I hate? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Let me give you a little bit of the second part of the video.
Black Lives Matter.
I'll be right back.
There you go.
Okay.
Racism has been annihilated. Okay, let's cut the crap and get down to business. I haven't heard one person say that George Floyd's death was unjust and tragic, and I have not seen any evidence that there's a racial motivation behind his death.
I agree.
The media told you to feel bad, to get mad, and that it was okay to do stupid things because you've had years of anger and oppression built up. They lied, and you believed it. Why haven't you been mad at the dozen or two Blacks killed in Chicago for the 57th weekend in a row?
Stop.
Okay, got you. Let's go.
Love, man. I don't like her saying blacks.
Okay.
Okay, I don't like it. Hold on, I gotta. All right, good.
No, how you feel? After the little that you hear from her,
I believe we've been talking about the same thing,
Yeah.
that this has automatically become a racially charged thing because it was a white officer against a black person. But if it was a black officer and a black person, we would just be preaching police violence, and we'd be taking a knee like Colin Kaepernick has been doing.
That's right.
When he took a knee, what happened? Everyone was saying, "Oh, he's un-American. Don't do that." Da 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 da. But this is what he was talking about. He was talking about police brutality.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, this is how you see it. Now I'm going to tell you from how a football fan saw Kaepernick taking a knee. Okay, so before Kaepernick took a knee started taking knees on the football games, they brought his team brought a white quarterback. Okay, and this quarterback started taking his job. He faced out Kaepernick because he outplay him. So as the team start to sit Kaepernick down, then he start taking a knee, and then it wasn't until like weeks after he started doing it that then he met with this army veteran or army individual, and then the thinking started about, no, you're doing this for the right reasons. Instead of sitting on the bench while they doing this, you need to kneel. But it wasn't clear at the beginning, and then Black Lives Matters adopted him, and then that's when he start forgetting about his white parents and his nice hair, well, not nice hair, and his hair done and braided, and then he started doing the afro. That's how I saw it as a football fan.
What you're saying is he was Jesse Smollett before Jesse Smollett was Jesse Smollett, because Jesse Smollett did what he did to save his career.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying is Kaepernick was kneeling to draw attention to himself to save his career.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see it.
Wow. What do you know? What do you know? Talk about a pioneer.
But go ahead.
We can even go even further because I was a football fan where the national anthem, the football players never took the field. They were in the locker room.
That's right.
And the U.S. Army decided to say, well, he's in the military, the U.S. Army, and we want to show our soldiers alongside athletes so they can correlate the great relationship so that they can get more recruits. And so they started doing that with the national anthem. That's why people came out of the locker room while the national anthem was being played in the first place.
That is correct. Anyway, so moving on from Kaepernick and this, I'm going to post the last video about because I want to move it back into the other topics that we have going on today. I think we have two more topics. I want to show. What?
The one topic is, where is the boyfriend?
Well, he's not. Whoa.
The boyfriend?
And we're getting to know each other.
He called up, so he doesn't exist. Yo, one for the fellas, baby.
I think the boyfriend is lost.
Let's wait for the fellas.
No, I just got word that he's working, but he said he's going to try to call it.
Oh my!
Oh, he's working. Yeah, he's gonna try. He's not gonna do it. Yeah, but good for you. Good for you, Lisa. So good for you.
Good for you, Lisa. Yeah, I hope nothing but best for you.
Everybody watching, that's legit. So continue, continue supporting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yep.
Good job.
Okay, one more video on the subject, and then I think this video was amazing. We played yesterday, and then it was very inspirational. I think this guy he's always have the same mentality, and then if you caught him like on a up to date video, you will see the same responses. But this video was taken 11 years ago.
Black History Month you find ridiculous. Why? You're going to relegate my history to a month? Oh, come on. What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, well, come on, tell me. I'm Jewish. Okay. Which month is Jewish History Month? There isn't one. Oh. Why not? Yeah. Do you want one? No. I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history. How are we going to get rid of racism and stop talking about it? I'm going to stop calling you a white man. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
So pretty much he goes and says, you stop calling me black. I stop calling you white. I will call you Mark Letrain. You will call me Ricardo Reese. We will call Lisa Escobedo.
No, her last name is not Escobedo. It's Dodo.
Oh, 1 second.
Body.
It's gonna be something soon like this. I'm joking.
Agree with Morgan Freeman, but we have to realize that Morgan Freeman has yet to age. That video was 11 years ago, and he still looks like the same Morgan Freeman that we ever seen. But I think, once again, Black History Month is just another day to give us, hey, N-words, here's your little pedestal.
Yeah.
We're giving you this month, so now you can shut your mouth.
That's right.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's once again, we give you a month, and then, of course, when we say, oh, well, it's the shortest month of the year, they were like, so beggars can't be choosers type deal. Like, just leave me alone and let me be successful. Look at me based off of, just judge me off of my merit. Judge me off of my morals, my standards. Don't judge me off race. Don't do that.
Right.
If we see the military, go ahead.
I don't need a month. Thank you.
Every day. The military celebrates 8 different they don't celebrate. They observe different things throughout the year. They start in January with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday. On February is the African American Black History Month. March, the Women History Month. April, May, the Days of Remembrance of Victims of the Holocaust. That's for Jewish people. May, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. August, Women's Equality Day. So women get it twice. September, October, Hispanic Heritage Month. That's for me. Thank you. November, the Native American Heritage Month.
Yeah, but what happened to the white month? Where's that at?
We don't. Yeah, they don't get one of those.
You know why they don't get it? Because they get all of it. They raising taxes out here, bro. They don't need it.
Right.
The smart people say, hey, I'm gonna give you a little bit to chew on while I'm eating the big ass steak. That's it, bro.
It's crazy.
I don't want your crumbs, man. I can make it on my own, bro. I don't need your crumbs. You say African American, but I'm not from Africa.
That's right.
I'm born in Trinidad.
Amen.
My descendants were probably from Africa, but I'm a Trinidadian. I'm a full blood Trinidad. My mother's there. My father, I was born there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a Trinidadian.
That's how I feel about North Carolina. I'm a North Carolinian, bro. I'm a North Carolinian, bro. Okay. My ancestors come from Africa and Scotland. Okay. All right.
First of all,
I'm Scottish, bro. I'm of Scottish African ancestry. Okay.
Okay. You also have some type of psychological problems because you just made this friend up named Sean, who's not calling in, by the way, which is telling me that he's not real. He's not real. Next.
He is real. I did not make him up. Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Let me hit him in the chat. Hey, American AFB. What's up, ladies and gents? I pulled up 7-Eleven to type a comment. Just needed to visit America to embrace real American culture with all color people. Okay.
Hey, brother, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. We truly appreciate your support, man. Like, for real, man. And you're welcome to call anytime.
American favorite Brazilian, AFB. We would love to hear you because we know you exist. So please call up. I can't say things for other people that we know they might be imaginative.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. I don't want to say nothing, but I don't know if they might exist.
Yeah, he's not calling.
Yeah, we know AFB. Hold up.
He's not gonna call. That guy's not gonna call. So, Oh, 1 second. I got. He's calling. He's calling right now. Listen up.
There it is.
There it is. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. No, he's not calling. This is the. By the way, it's called Lai Ole Aleluya Circle Dance Native Song. I'm gonna put a link for the music, so to give credit to the owner before
Hey Rick, what's gonna happen is Lisa's gonna call up and she's gonna change the voice.
her voice.
My name is Sean.
Are you anyway, let's so we were talking about a couple of things today, about how the Democratic Party is just pushing their agenda, pandering, doing so many crazy things, but NASCAR bans Confederate flags at its events. One of our colleagues on Facebook posted that. What's up with the Confederate flag?
It's just an object. It means nothing to me personally. I literally drive by a huge, giant Confederate flag 2 times a day.
So
and could care less.
So hey, I'm not on the fence. I don't. So I hear people saying, "Well, it's our history. It is what it is," but I don't see Union flags flown around. I see the Confederate flag.
That would be the American flag, bro.
There was, Union flag. There was flags before. There was a Confederate flag. Hey, hold on. Isn't the Union flag separate from the American flag?
The Union, it was America.
That was America.
Minus the Confederates, right?
No, the Union. So the whole war was because the Union said, boo, you ain't leaving. You ain't going nowhere. This is a hostage situation. You get me forever.
Right.
Okay. So they would not have changed their flag because to them, the Confederacy was not in existence. They were still a part of America.
So the Union flag was all 50 states, whatever. Is that what
because there weren't 50 states at the time.
That's what I'm saying. The Union flag had less states.
But not because of the war. It's just because there were just less states.
Yeah, but you're saying, saying the American flag comprises of 50. Was it 50? Is it 50 states?
Today. Back then was 34 states. 34 back then.
So you're gonna say the American flag? I'm talking about today. The American flag compared to what the Union flag was is 2 different flags. Just how the Confederate flag compared to the American flag right now is 2 different flags. That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
Just to correct you a little bit, the flag that is known, the Confederate flag, is not actually the Confederate flag. It is a battle flag. The stars and bars.
Stars and bars, yes.
Confederacy. We had a totally different flag for the Confederacy. The bars and stars is a battle flag. Just like the Marines have that snake that says, "Don't tread on me."
Which I think they banned that. I think they banned that just recently.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like they had like battle flags, So what the Union had for battle, I do not know. The flag was just the American flag.
Well,
okay. So
go ahead.
Like I'm saying, so the Confederate flag. So what's the one with the circle that she was talking behind? There was the one with a circle, with the stars.
Revolutionary War. So that's the flag of the colonies. So that's after the Revolutionary War.
That's the stars and bars. That's the stars and bars.
No.
What are you talking
No, she was not.
What are you talking about? It's right there.
The girl from earlier?
It's the stars and bars. I'm looking at it right now. The white girl.
Thinking about the earlier.
The white girl with she had a flag in the background. She had the 13. It was a circle. The stars were in the circle.
That's the Revolutionary War flag.
I'm showing what it says. It says it's the stars and bars.
That's not what she had in her. No, that's not what she had in the background.
Can we pull back up that? Can we pull up that?
Different.
Yes, we can. 1 second.
Yeah, pull it up because the stripes. What I'm looking at is red on the top, white in the middle, and red on the bottom, and it has a circle of.
The stars and bars are in a cross. The Confederate stars and bars are in a cross. I mean, not a cross. I'm sorry, an X.
I'm looking at what the X is. They call that the stainless banner. They don't call that the stars and bars. They call that the stainless banner.
You'll be able to see in a couple seconds.
Also known as the blood-stained banner. So yeah, what she had in the back there, that's the bars, the stars and bars.
Yeah.
What she has in the background.
This is the actual Betsy Rose.
See how it's different? So that's the Revolutionary War flag. Sorry, after the Revolutionary War. So like the Betsy Ross or whatever, that's what she has.
So name that flag. What's the name of that flag?
You can call it.
Basic name is the Betsy Ross flag.
Yeah, Betsy Ross. Yeah, Betsy Ross. Yeah.
Okay.
13 colonies. 13 colonies right here. I mean, we were going through some changes very quick during those times back then.
Right. So the one.
I don't know its official name. I just know that it is, in layman's term, called the Betsy Ross flag.
Okay. So I'm looking at it. Maybe it's different from the stars. Okay. And then the other one that we're talking about, it looks like it's the second national flag of the Confederate state. So the Confederate flag that we know is the one with the X, correct?
Yeah, that's the Duke of Hazzard kind of flag. Yeah.
It's a flag. It wasn't their actual, country's flag. That was their battle flag.
So it was like this. It looked like this. Right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's called the blood-stained banner. Okay. Okay, these flags look, oh wow. There's several different flags. But the thing about it is it's just what if the Confederate flag meant we're gonna go against the government because we think we're right, whatever. But it just has such a stigma of, to me as a black person, just racism. This is what I think, and I want you to educate me. But when I look at the Confederate flag, it just screams to me as some white people saying we want slaves, and you won't let us have slaves, but we want the slaves, and we, you know what I'm saying? That's what screams to me. So when they have the Confederate flag, it just screams, I'm better than you. You're a slave. You should be underneath me. But I'm a little sour. I'm a little grumpy grape. So please educate if I'm wrong.
So I'm sure there are some white people that think that, again, there are racists in America. But me as a historian, me as a Southerner, I've seen that flag my entire life. It doesn't bother me one bit. It's just a flag. I couldn't care less. And not to mention, so the war was not about slavery, because if it was about slavery, I repeat, why didn't the Union free the slaves? So I just want to point that out. It was about states' rights. The North was being jellied because the South was generating all this cash, and they were all poor up there up north. And the North wanted the government to force the South to give them, money. They wanted them to spread the wealth. But I digress. We won't have to go into all of that. But I'm just saying, if it was about slavery, why didn't they free the slaves?
Yeah, one of the things I want to show you, there's some numbers right here that I found from Statista, where it shows the number of hate groups in the United States in 2019, okay, by type. And the first one is called Black Separatists. Separatists? Separatists? Followed by white nationalists, okay? Black separatists with 255 groups, white nationalists with 155 groups. Then they have general hate, 87 groups, anti-Muslims groups, 84, anti-LGBT, 70, neo-Nazi, 59. I think we talk about how many members of the actual Ku Klux Klan they are in America. And then I think Lisa mentioned, what was the number you mentioned?
It's like 6,000.
6,000 members, official members of the Ku Klux Klan. In, yeah.
200 and something million white people, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me get back. Let me get back to this. I want to show this video because I'm giving throughout this channel, we're trying to give everybody, their a fair chance to think whatever you want to think. And if you are interested in calling the channel, don't forget to call the number on the screen, 520-261-7246.
If you're interested,
and we will have your music.
Yep.
All right, let's go back to the video.
If you're real.
Yeah, I think that person's never gonna call. Don't tell Michael to call, and then be like, I am whatever. They got, Mike.
You're gonna tell Ferris Bueller.
That's her dad. That's what she mentioned the other day, that her dad name was Michael. Yeah.
She's gonna have him call in and say, "Hello,
Brady in the bed."
Mr. Body. Yeah. It's good that you're back with your family. Living with your family, because it's like my daughter. She's with me, and then I don't want her to leave ever. Ever.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, bro. She's like 14. Jane, how are you? 14. Never mind. I think she's gonna say
14.
Yeah, she's gonna say 20, but no, 14 to me. I still see her as a baby. So. Oh, no.
Is she old? She's old then. She's
20. She's 20.
And you don't want her to leave?
Bro, no, she got everything here, bro. I give her everything. I'm telling you. Whatever she wants. Whatever. Anything. Let's go to this video anyway. That's Papa's love,
So, I find it ironic that people claim to be patriots when they fly that flag. The Confederates stabbed the Union in the back. They shot first. They murdered 500,000 American soldiers. And they argued that it was because of states' rights. I ask, states' rights to do what? What were we considering getting rid of at the time? Not guns. We weren't trying to raise taxes. It was slavery. We were trying to stop the expansion of slavery to the West. The Southern aristocracy panicked and left the Union. They said, we are not Americans. We are from the South, so we're starting our own country. And then they proceeded to launch numerous terrorist attacks against the Union, shooting at Fort Sumter, murdering 200 people in Lawrence, Kansas. Also,
crazy. So the other side of the coin. What we think?
Some of that was inaccurate. Like, for instance, Abraham Lincoln sent a letter to the governor of South Carolina after they left, and they said, the letter was like, "Hey, yo, Gov, like, I need to send some ships out there."
Hey, yo, Gov.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go get my boys from Fort Sumter since y'all trying to start stuff. So let me come through and pick up my homeboys, and then wrote. He's like, "Dude, please, you ain't coming down here. I don't want you here. You better not come here. It ain't happening." But Lincoln sent the ship anyway. And so the governor took that as being aggressive. The governor said, "I told you not to come. I told you not to."
What did the governor tell the president not to come? What was it?
Because they had already left. So to them, they're a new country, and Abraham Lincoln sending the ship is invading their face.
Nah, dog. I don't want to hear that, man. I'm about this life, bro. I was elected by the people to be the president of the United States. You want to act crazy? I'm gonna put some hands on you. Straight up, putting hands on you.
But looking at it from that perspective, then that would make the Union the aggressor because they entered. I'm just listen, just from that perspective, I'm giving you a different perspective. So by the Union coming down there, even though the governor of South Carolina said, hell no, that makes the Union the aggressor, the starter.
What? Lisa, go drink some tea, man. Because I don't know, you are the historian that like
no, it's like invading it to them. I'm just giving you another perspective.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Wrong.
Lisa, if I say, no, Ricky, I'm about to come over. Right.
Okay.
Ricky say no. That's passing.
Hold on, time out. I'm his landlord. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, yo, I'm about to come over. And he like, nah, don't come over. Yeah, look here, guy. You got this land because it was part of the United States.
To wake up.
You know what I'm saying? I'm coming over because this is United States land.
Right.
I'm giving you a courtesy. I don't have to give you a courtesy, but I'm letting you know this United States land. Unless you want to move to Timbuktu, then I'm coming over and you're going to let me come over. And if you don't, then guess what? Sanction me with your army. Oops, you don't have one.
They did. How do you think they took Fort Sumter?
I'm talking about big army. They had little pop shooter, poop, poop, poop. We're gonna defend the gut. We're gonna defend the state. But guess what? We got the Union.
Well, I'm just telling you from their perspective. You have to look at it at both sides. It's not who's right. It's not a who's right or who's wrong how it started. But so in other words, the Union won, right? So the Union gets to tell everybody the war started when the Confederacy was shooting up Fort Sumter. But there was something that precipitated that, right?
Nah, so, if I come to your state and you tell me not to come to your state, that still don't mean you shoot me up. It don't mean that, bro. It mean, yo, I'm here at your state. You may not like me here.
Right.
We can have a disagreement, but when you start pulling guns, then we got issues. That's like protesters, or when the cops are telling the protesters, hey, guess what? You guys have a curfew. And they be like, well, I'm not really going to respect the curfew, you know what I'm saying? But I'm peaceful. They be like, nah, I told you curfew.
Yeah, that was, crazy.
I'm thinking the governor of South Carolina, he was like, don't start now, won't be none. And then, Lincoln show up with this shit. I mean, it's kind of like,
Lincoln came out with the Hennessy and was like, yo, we trying to have a party out here. And he was like, I don't drink hen dog. I don't drink that Hennessy. Next video. The
next thing we're gonna address. This is the last video that we have right here. Is tied up to the whole lynching and white hate crimes. I just want to call it white crime, hate crimes and white nationalism. Okay, we have our one of the soon to be a host, a guest in the show, Candace Owens. I'm gonna start emailing her at least every day. Come to my show.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Can hate crimes be committed against white people?
Yes.
Yes.
Has there been reported?
Yes.
Hate crimes?
Yes.
Black people
yes.
hate crimes on white people?
Yes.
I think that it's recognized federally as a hate crime. But it is a hate crime.
It's a hate crime.
If you hate them and you kill them, that's a hate crime.
No, but what I'm saying, if you say, like, if I say,
if you go down in flames, shooting people at the mall, die white people, die, that's a hate crime.
Yeah, but has that happened?
Well,
people kill white people.
Yes, it has happened, but the media don't give them the enough coverage because it's not pandering to the Democratic Party and getting those votes.
But the media is not only run by the Democratic Party; it's run by right.
No, don't worry. The more we continue doing this, podcast, and you continue opening your, I'm telling you, man, bro, it's crazy. Candace Owens.
You like you can be easily molded.
Being molded by you, you easily molded because you would still have a pretend boyfriend.
He's not. First of all, he's not.
Oh, second, do you say pretend boyfriend?
Pretend boyfriend. Come on, Candace. Let me see what Candace is.
Pretend boyfriend.
Pretend boyfriend.
Pretend boyfriend. Yeah. Anyway, back to Candace Owens, guys. Jesus Christ. Hey, you know, we're just messing with you, Lisa. We understand that he's busy, you know, doing something else, or you know,
doing someone else. Anyways, next.
Let me ask you something.
I'm not being real too. He's already cheating on me when we're just getting started.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no.
You must be listening. No. You must be hearing extra things.
Nobody's talking about that.
You need a dream catcher. Catch all those.
Oh, dream catcher. No pun intended.
Yes.
No pun intended. Yes. Oh, Jesus.
Let me see this next video, Candace.
Let's go. You ready, Lisa?
Yeah.
Hate Americans with black skin color?
Absolutely not. I actually love Americans with black skin color so much that I'm willing to fall on the sword 1,000 times for them to wake up and realize that we are being lied to, abused, and used by the Democrat Party.
I'm baffled because in the chairman's opening statement, he said that you openly associate with purveyors of hate.
Yes, purveyors of hate, by his definition, is anybody that supports the president. I support the president because he's done a tremendous job in helping the Black community, despite all of the rhetoric from the media and leftists who do not want him to be successful.
Tell me a little bit about how the president has helped the Black community, if you would, please.
Well, he's lowered the Black unemployment rate. It's the lowest it's ever been in the history. He's getting us off of our feet. We see, I believe the last number I checked was 3.5 million people are off of food stamps, something that the Black caucus sat down and didn't applaud. Neither did any of the Democrats applaud, because they want a system where Blacks are dependent on the government. They are the people that put in place the policies that broke down the Black family. And the biggest problem that's facing our community is father absence. In every room that I've been in with the president, he talks about real issues, and he doesn't pander to us. He doesn't do Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's Southern drawl accent and speaking to us like we're slaves. He asks us important questions. And the most important question he could have asked was, Black America, what do you have to lose? Because we were already losing under Democrat leadership. Yes, I think it's pretty apparent that Mr. Liu believes that Black people are stupid and will not pursue the full clip in its entirety. He purposely presented an extracted clip.
The witness will suspend for a moment. It is not proper to refer disparagingly or to a member of the committee. The witness will not do that again. Witness may continue.
Sure, even though I was called despicable.
Witness may not refer to a member of the committee as stupid.
I didn't refer to him as stupid. That's not what I said. That's not what I said at all. You didn't listen to what I said. May I continue?
Please.
As I said, he is assuming that Black people.
I want to say something. You got to give it to her. She got some balls, man. She got some strength, you know? I'm very proud of this right here.
Will not go pursue the full 2-hour clip. And
Yeah.
he purposefully extracted, he cut off, and you didn't hear the question that was asked of me. He's trying to present as if I was launching a defense of Hitler in Germany, when in fact, the question that was asked of me was pertaining to whether or not I believed that whether or not I believed in nationalism, and that nationalism was bad. And what I responded to was that I do not believe that we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people.
Yep.
A nationalist would not kill their own people. That is exactly what I was referring to in the clip. And he purposely wanted to give you a cut up similar to what they do to Donald Trump to create a different narrative. That was unbelievably dishonest, and he did not allow me to respond to it, which is worrisome and should tell you a lot about where people are today in terms of trying to drum up narratives. By the way, I would like to also add that I work for Prager University, which is run by an Orthodox Jew. Not a single Democrat showed up to the embassy opening in Jerusalem. I sat on a plane for 18 hours to make sure that I was there. I'm deeply offended by the insinuation of revealing that clip without the question that was asked of me.
That was something. That was something, guys. That was something. So I just wanted to show that video, you know, to show more of her character and her ideology. you know, on how, you know, right now, her latest video, when she talks about George Floyd, she received so much controversy, you know, all over social media. It was people being outraged because of her comments. You know, even Lisa mentioned that she should waited a couple of weeks before she released the video, but I mean, she didn't. She released the video, you know, right away. Guys, it is right now 7:53. We got 7 more minutes. If you want to call the shot and be the last call, the first and last caller today, 520-261-7246. Come join us. Don't be afraid. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fair with you.
Yeah. It's all right. I do like Candace Owens, man. She articulated herself well. I'm not on your Trump wagon because I haven't done the stats. Do I believe Trump is a racist? No. Do I believe that people want to say he's a racist? Of course, because it's popular opinion, and a lot of sheeps like to just go towards popular opinion. I knew Trump. I don't know him, but Trump is from New York. You know, when he was out there with P. Diddy and all the rappers, they weren't calling him racist. They were putting him in their songs. They were putting him, you know, I don't know if he was in the videos, but he was one of those guys that had money, whatever, right? As far as for the Black community, what he has done for the Black community, I really don't know because I've been in the military, so I know what he did for the military, but I know what usually Republicans do for the military. When a Republican is inside, they worry about their own borders, right? And they worry about military, focusing on that. That's all I know. So I'm ignorant to what he's done as far as the unemployment, food stamps, and all that stuff. I just don't like when people try to push the narrative and say the person's racist, but don't have no proof. You know what I'm saying? Don't have no proof to back it up. They just throw the racists out there, and then everybody's ears go numb. They're like, "Oh, I heard racist, so guess what? Anything he say from now on,
yeah,
listening." Because that's pretty much when I was blinded, when I was hoodwinked. I was just like, he's racist. And like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I shouldn't like him. He's racist. But didn't do no research, didn't do nothing. I would definitely challenge the Americans to not believe everything you hear, especially in media, because for the last 13 days, I've avoided the news because it has had an adverse reaction on my psyche to see all of these people just doing stupid stuff, and the news is reporting nothing but violence, racism, and then they put the little Joe Biden should be president. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, like you're telling me there's nothing good in the world that's happening right now?
That is right, yeah.
If they want something good, they could have saw me in the pool this afternoon when I had my episode and how to positively cope with your symptoms. They could have showed that shit, but they're not showing that stuff, man. They're only showing the negative things to get us to have that knee-jerk reaction, to make us vote based off of what's popular, and I don't like that, man. It's just horrible. Trump is an idiot because he did not be doing a lot of things he's doing in social media. He's shooting himself in the foot. But when it comes down to it, the policies that he's making, the stuff that he's doing, the proof is in the pudding, guys.
That's right.
The proof is pudding.
To add up to what you're saying, the media the other day passed a clip on Trump, and they're saying that Trump, George Floyd will be looking down from heaven because we have so many jobs. And I
No,
think
that was yeah.
that was a
they
lie.
lied.
Look at this
Yeah,
again,
they-
guys. Take a look at this.
They cut the video.
More people than you, so many people, more people than you have to dominate the streets. You can't let what's happening happen. It's called dominate the streets. You can't let that happen in New York, where they're breaking into stores and all of the things. And by the way, hurting many small businesses. You can't let it happen. Equal justice under the law must mean that every American receives equal treatment in every encounter with law enforcement, regardless of race, color, gender, or creed. They have to receive fair treatment from law enforcement. They have to receive it. We all saw what happened last week. We can't let that happen. Hopefully, George is looking down right now and saying, "There's a great thing that's happening for our country. There's a great day for him. It's a great day for everybody."
All right, stop right there. Stop right there.
You got it.
So what he's saying is equality.
Equality,
That's
yes.
what he's saying. He's saying George Floyd would be happy to look down and see that equality is happening. Not the fact that whatever the media was preaching.
Yeah, jobs. Yeah, that makes no sense. So
Nothing, bro. And that's the crap I'm talking about, guys, because I got the firsthand. It was on the news. I want to say it was a news feed.
That is correct.
Said George Floyd should be happy because of the economy. What? And my knee-jerk reaction was, this Trump guy. Trump is just stupid if he said that. Then I looked at the video. I was like, he didn't say that. And I was like, how is America, whoever the party who was pushing it, how were they able to get away with this? Whoever made that document or whoever put that out, they should be fired. They should be fined.
During his
because that's not the truth.
So this is what NBC wants you to know.
45-minute unscripted and freewheeling Rose Garden speech, President Trump at one point invoked the name George Floyd.
They have to receive fair treatment from law enforcement. They have to receive it. We all saw what happened last week. We can't let that happen. Hopefully, George is looking down right now and saying, "There's a great thing that's happening for our country."
That's I think they retracted all the other videos because most of that was the one from NBC, and it wasn't like that yesterday when we were the other day when we were talking about it. But anyway, Lisa, your caller never called. I think the American favorite Brazilian, showing some love. Peter Britain showing some love, man. We need to get more about Australia to make sure we get some information about those kind of things. I need to do some research. So any final thoughts, guys?
Lisa? Okay, I'll go.
She's muted. Go ahead. Don't worry, Lisa.
I'll go.
Don't worry. We got you.
People stay positive, man. Today was one of the journeys that I had to go through, but because I have a strong support system, rely on your support system. They'll take care of you. Don't believe what this social media is putting out there. It's not true. And don't believe that she has a boyfriend that's real. Because that's not true either, okay?
So we're getting to know each other again. He's not my boyfriend yet.
If anyone sees Sean, please let him know that we're looking for him. And hopefully it's not Lisa with a wig on or a bald head wig and she's pretending to be a man. Hopefully it's not. Thank you.
I think I found him.
What?
So I click on his YouTube name, and then Sean, his name, yeah.
Yeah, Sean Allen.
Sean, let me see. I think it's right here. Make sure. Take a look at the video.
Let me see.
You can't take my youth away. Oh my gosh, whatever.
Who is this? No, this is Shawn Mendes. I'm sorry. The wrong Sean. My bad. Hey, we messing with you today, but it's we have much love for you guys, for you, Lisa. So don't worry, okay? My bad, Shawn Mendes. God damn it.
And it's all right. We're still on the journey.
Yeah.
Trying to find Sean.
Any final thoughts? Let me go. I just want to say to all you guys, if you're watching this video today or whenever, please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell. The phone number on the description. You can either text to it or leave messages. And definitely Monday to Friday, 6 to 8 Central Time, you will find us here. Okay, just doing this, talking to you guys. Talking about ourselves, talking about what matters to us. So we definitely would love to have you here. So thank you. Lisa?
Well, thank you guys again for coming out and doing the chat. I hope you guys return again tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe and share.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, guys. Bye.